I got a friend of mine, an interesting guy, who I've just got to ask a couple of hot questions. But Terry Marshall, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
I'm extremely happy this morning to have the opportunity, yet the privilege to talk to you, because I've just got to start whiz-banging. How do you write a book saying Soda Springs love, sex, and civil rights? What does that mean?
It's the story of the beginnings of the Mexican-American civil rights movement in the 60s, but it's tied into Martin Luther King's efforts, particularly in Birmingham in April, May, June of 63.
Okay.
And then it goes through the March on Washington and I Have a Dream speech in August of that year.
Now, you're a white guy from Colorado in a small farm town that had not one, not even a single black resident, and yet and still Martin had a profound influence on your life. Talk to me.
Surprising, isn't it?
It is amazing.
Actually, the first thing I had is I read his book Stride Toward Freedom when I was in college.
Okay.
And I was really moved by it. He has a chapter in there called Pilgrimage to Nonviolence.
I remember.
And it lays out the intellectual basis for nonviolence as a belief. And that really affected me. And it helped me identify myself as a conscientious objector. And so it totally changed my life.
Let's stay there for a second. A lot of people just think that the nonviolent piece was just geared just towards some of the marches. This was a central theme from Martin's inception, even before there was a civil rights movement. This is just something he believed in as his faith had taught him. He became more enhanced with it once he got to study Gandhi. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah. And his PhD work was delved into philosophy, and it came out of his PhD work in Boston.
I try to tell people, I said, if you just study Jesus, you've got a window into Martin. Jesus was nonviolent. That's where Martin got his teachings from. That's where he got his essence from. And he just transformed it from those biblical days to present time by the works that Mahatma Gandhi had done.